Every week, they look at the tech and business world and turn let's take this offline into an episode. Updates, reviews, and the occasional interviews. Sounds smart? It's not. We just said it with conviction. A lot of smart people already do this. But these guys have a lot of opinions and barely any filters, which maybe should concern you or not. They seem nice. Anyway, this series comes from people who probably shouldn't be doing more streams, or at the very least, should have left some of their thoughts in a Slack thread. Unread by everyone. And now, this is Rob and Sudge asking for trouble!
Hello, everybody. Welcome. Another update, another weekend, another asking for trouble episode. How are you, my friend?
Oh, not bad. Kids are waking up early, causing all kinds of fun challenges.
This should be a fun episode. Like, you're literally living the dream of asking for trouble by doing a live stream when your kids are up.
Oh, I certainly am. I might have to duck out and go help some of them, so if I just vanish, that'll be one.
Yeah, that's okay. Hey, this is just you and me hanging out with a bunch of people watching us. This is Black Mirror Pro Max.
Or Black Mirror maxing. Is that what I'm hearing?
Black Mirror maxing. Yeah, that's a word we are just creating, everybody. Unique episode title: Career Mistakes Worth Repeating. And we are supposed to have a guest. We're still waiting for our guest. We've not seen our guest yet. Where is our guest, Rob?
I don't know. Maybe that's one of our mistakes.
Yes.
Figuring out how to get guests on the show.
But it's a good topic, though.
I certainly think so, and I think it's one we could easily revisit or add as just as a general question we ask folks on a regular basis. Because looking back, I have a little notebook somewhere, and it says, sometimes you're just wrong and make bad decisions.
Sorry, sometimes?
Oh, ouch. But it focuses on the mistakes we make and like what you'll learn from them, but not the ones you would go make again. And thinking back, like when I saw the title, it's like, okay, I can think of 3 or 4 larger ones that I could argue both sides of. Like, it was a mistake to do it, but then also, we all end up where we are based on all of our experiences and everything. So I can't complain where I'm at. I like where I'm at. But looking back, it's like, wait a minute, things would have been different. Maybe easier, maybe not easier. I don't know if I had done certain things or not done certain things.
I mean, like the other day, it's been a while, like a couple of weeks ago, I was having this conversation when we thought about this episode title. I was having a conversation with somebody about a bad customer example, a terribly bad customer implementation example. And I was like, I would still not change anything from it because I learned so much from that one exercise. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have, been good at that specific role later on. So for me, those mistakes were definitely very important.
I've had, you bring up customers too, like there were some customers that weren't mistakes. They were just incredibly challenging to work with. So I think of mistake as something like, oh, I shouldn't have done that, or I should have done something but didn't.
Yeah.
And like that. But then there are those events that happen where you're stuck in it.
Yeah.
And you can't really
100%.
eject. But you got to move through it. That might be a whole separate most painful learning experiences episode we throw together and how those help shape us.
Yeah. Maybe a follow-up episode to this. But okay, let me ask you first. What's the top mistake that you would happily make again?
So when I was in college, I started in martial art. Right after college, I had options. I could have moved to the Bay Area and joined an early Facebook kind of thing. I chose to stay in Portland to keep training this martial art, and that was the mistake. Like, I think of the arc of my life and what would have changed, and arguably it's like, oh, focus on career. You go to where tech is. You want to be in tech. in tech. And this
Hmm.
is right when like Facebook was getting big, and all these other companies were taking off. Like, hmm, Rob, why didn't you do that? Oh, I wanted to do this martial arts thing. Or oh, there was this, person I was dating, or whatever the reasoning was. You could argue that's a mistake. But would I do it again? Oh yeah.
So
How about you?
let me create a poll as well, and let me show that up for our audience, however many they may be today. What career mistake would you happily make? So I had some. One of these answers is actually my career mistake. That it won't terribly be called a mistake, but I would definitely make that again, which is the second month. So you know this, 8, 10 months back, I quit without a backup plan. Had no backup plan, had no idea what I was going to do, but I quit. Took some time, stayed home, worked, collaborated a lot together. This show was born out of that boredom. So
Yes.
right, and yeah, I mean, it just gave me so much perspective about what I wanted to do and how I wanted to do it. I had fun. I mean, uh, I wouldn't take anything away from that. Like, once in your life, I believe everybody should do that. Just quit without a backup plan. I mean, have a little financial safety window. Like, if you have some, mortgages or everything, like, don't just quit and like, hey, Sajid said that on asking that for trouble, you should quit your job once. No, have a little savings so you can pay off your mortgages for those months, or have a partner who can support you. But
Yes,
definitely something.
definitely
Otherwise, breaking that rut is tough.
have a bit of financial cushion. I'm going to move around
Sure. Oh,
here.
you went from the stream altogether. I don't know if you
Oh
noticed.
no.
Yeah, I had to re-add you. But again, what is happening? Why are you going back to that view? Now
Choosing
you're
learning
stuck.
over a salary. Now I'm stuck. Well, I can't figure out how to
Yes.
hide just me, so you're gonna get a quick tour of my living room.
Now we can hear you.
Oh, good. Oh, and our poll vanished.
Yeah. So Dharma, if you're not able to see the options in the poll, let me show you that again. The poll is: which career mistake would you happily make again? Taking a job I wasn't qualified for, quitting without a backup plan, choosing learning over high salary, or trusting the wrong person in your team. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You can just enter that in the chat, and then that will pick it up. Oh, Ben says, I did that in my early 20s, quit my job to chase a girl in Italy. Now been married 11 years, together 20. Wow.
Oh, there's a
Nice.
great. I can't even call that a
Congratulations.
mistake. That's a great life path.
Yeah, 100%. All right, I'm going to hide the poll again. And let's see. Somebody says, I don't know how it looks in America, but here in Europe, you must be really cautious about financial safety and learning and not pass on any opportunity. So I would say, like, a little bit true for Indians as well, like, specifically who are millennials and people who are before, like the generations before, right? Like, not working was never an option, I believe. Right, you never
Mhm.
could take, like, I know a lot of my American friends took the year off to travel and understand and a bunch of other things. It's like, nope, you finish college, you start working like next day if that is possible, because you might have student loans or a bunch of other things. But for me, like, it actually happened after 10 years, like 10 years of regular back-to-back corporate gigs, and then I did that, like, pulled off just just a hunch. I was like, it's fine, we can do something, and yeah.
Yeah, sorry. I like Anne's. I think we both clicked out at the same time.
Yeah. Oh, again.
Again.
There we go.
I
Okay.
quit a grown-up office job on Halloween dressed as strawberry shortcake.
Nice.
Is that a mistake, Anne, or is that like a power move?
Life achievement.
Yes.
Oh, but what else? Like, let's talk a little deeper about, not just like mistakes might be a little big word, but like, what other
Another one,
learning that you've had, Rob?
yeah, like another one that martial art was the same thing. I think back on choices. I stuck around at a part-time minimum salary job or minimum wage job right after college, and it was that training. Like I think we've all that experience of. I think we've all had of like training the thing you want to do for less money, and thinking about how that like shaped how I think about things, like spending less. Oh, I can only spend up to $500 a month, including rent in the U.S. Um, and how did that just change the rest of how I consider what I'm doing now? How did that shift how maybe I thought my career would go? And how did that make it easier for me to do something like this? Like you were saying, like we spent time together because you didn't have your job and I'm a full-time content creator. Like, how did my perspective on what I need to be successful change because of that? What some people would say is a mistake. Like my parents were very big on like, Rob, TikTok, like, when are you going to get a job?
Yeah.
When are you going to get, health insurance and all these things? And that's another thing in the States. Like we don't have what's called a single payer system. There's no healthcare guarantee. So that's a consideration that I've got to pay for that now. And saying like trusting the wrong person isn't. We both do the same thing. I'll let you push the button, Sajid.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Trusting the wrong person.
I think this is a very short-lived experience that I've had. I've done that multiple times, but I think after a couple of times I realized I keep doing this, or it's either me selecting the wrong person, or at some point in time everybody can become a wrong person for somebody. So I started being much more neutral in workspace. So like I think in my first job I had a mortal enemy, like Batman versus Joker level enemy. And
Wow.
since then I realized like, yeah, not worth it. Just not
I've
worth it.
like. Oh, I know. Okay, I'll come back to this, but like, I think trusting in others to like have your own best interest or help push you or promote what you're doing or your role in the company is something else that early on I made a bit of a mistake on. Like, oh, my manager's got my back and he'll be, not necessarily. Like in some cases, your manager might be doing that. I've had a few where, they do that, and that in my mind is a good manager, like showcasing the team. Bob, I'm kind of curious about his mortal enemy too.
Yeah, not anymore.
Or would the mortal enemy have a bigger beard or no beard?
Yeah, so wouldn't even call that person a mortal enemy anymore. Just I like growing up, I realized there's this saying, right? Like the opposite of love is not hate, it's indifference. And the funny thing is I learned it from a Lumineers song. And there's a line in the Lumineers song where they actually said, and I was like, oh, yes, that's so true. So like that didn't matter after a while when I moved on to my second organization, and I realized if I move my third, I wouldn't care what's happening here. So all these office politics can just go to hell.
I like this. They're not anymore. Were they taken care of?
Have you seen 2.5 Men, the show?
Once or twice.
Yeah, so there's an episode where Charlie Sheen's dad comes in his dream and tells him to take care of his mother, and he like goes head over heels, takes care of his mother, and then he realizes at the end of the episode what he meant was take care of your mother, and then
Wow.
But yeah.
I'm seeing a lot of good chats in here. Summary of our choices.
Yes.
Yeah, it's really someone that like trust in self is something. Like growing up, my family was like big into business. Both my parents were in banking, and there was a very clear, it was an implicit expectation on you're going to go join and climb the corporate ladder and become an executive somewhere. And I finally realized it's one of the reasons I'm doing this was like, oh, that's not for me. Like the mistake I made And this is one I don't know how I would have addressed it earlier on in my life, but like, don't worry about the corporate ladder, Rob.
Sure.
Like, I eventually figured that out. But we're not talking about the mistakes that we made that we maybe shouldn't have made. We're talking about the mistakes we would make again.
We would make again, yeah. But like, are there any mistakes that you wouldn't make again? Let's call that. Let's also touch on that.
How do I enumerate all these, Sajid? I think it's not being kind of tying into that whole like don't trust your manager to necessarily promote you. It's like not being aggressive enough with look at what the stuff I'm doing. Like, look at how awesome I am, and like the self promotion. You know, feeling it was ego, where really it's like false modesty or nothing else. Another one, I was at a company once, and there's an opportunity to move to a team from working with mid-sized business clients to enterprise clients. And I should have jumped on it because it paid better, more prestigious, more interesting, more complex. I was like, oh, I'm working on some other small projects that'll work. And that was a mistake because those small projects went nowhere. It was a smaller company where everyone was trying to get a promotion by like finding the one thing that'll get noticed. And I should have just taken, hey, that pays more money, and that'll be a better experience. I should not have made that mistake. I should have jumped at no, here's a step up, or even up and to the left instead of just a straight up.
Sure.
And being too focused on, again, that vertical climb. Like, you've got to be a junior, and then a flat, and then a senior, and then a manager, and then a senior manager, and then a director. Like that 100%. To me was a focus early on.
I think what you mentioned is so true, right? Like, the path upwards is never a straight path, though, right? It's like a Dow Jones curve. Like, it'll keep going up and down, keep going up and down. Sometimes go terrible depths, then might come back up. It's like a Bitcoin graph. That thing we call it.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like, someday Elon Musk will tweet about you, and then you're suddenly up on high, and then you're back at the bottom.
I've got an interesting comment here. When someone says that's not for you, never trust such, I'll say BS.
Ooh,
nice. You can judge something is not for you.
Nice. I like that.
Even now, like when I'm making content and I see what other people are doing, other creators in the Atlassian ecosystem or not, there's always that. It's like edging on imposter syndrome, like the other side of this. Like, no, this is for me. I don't need someone to tell me I shouldn't do this, or, oh, they're doing better and I shouldn't. Like, this is the path I am choosing, and I will continue to walk it. And that internal confidence has taken, been in the workforce 20 plus years, like longer than that, to really internalize. But I do like this comment of like, when someone's telling you that's not for you, you can take that as input. The phrase in the States is like with a grain of salt, or you could take it as a challenge, or you can ignore it.
Yeah. All three are valid options, I guess. What do you think about Bob's comment?
King Bob's going to a Zoom meeting in my birthday suit. That phrase means without clothes on. My friend, we'll have you on the show at some point. I want to hear that whole story.
In your birthday suit? No.
Yeah. We don't need to see a reenactment, but just curious, like, how that happened.
Like, imagine. Why did I say imagine? I was about to say just Bob's Thanos glove. That's it. You're putting graphic pictures on people's mind here, Bob.
Yep.
Should I appear in my birthday suit? But no, let me create another poll. So let me show you all this one, which kind of moves on what Rob was saying earlier. Why don't you start?
I've had
you can only have one poll active at a time. That's why. There you go. This is the next poll. What career advice you ignored and are glad that you did? Staying loyal to a company, never saying no to a boss, waiting until you're ready, or don't rock the boat. Basically mean, making a drastic career change. What's an advice that you ignored and are happy that you did it? What do you think, Rob?
Definitely number one. Looking back, my grandfather worked at companies 15 years until he determined there's no upward path, because he wanted that upward mobility. And my parents were big on that too. Like, find a company, and they came out of the generation that got a pension, and the company like companies in the States, instead of firing someone for poor performance, I won't say like fraud or anything, but poor performance, they would just shuffle you around to someplace you couldn't
Yeah.
hurt anything, because the company had loyalty to the workers and vice versa.
Sure.
I quickly learned that did not exist. Like in my first tech job in the Bay Area, I was not looking for other jobs when I thought I should have. And then they just laid half the company off. And I'm like, wait. I was not actively looking. And this is where I picked up some good advice, which was like, every 3 to 6 months, you should just go out and see what jobs are available to you.
Yeah.
And then to resist the urge to feel like, oh, I've been here and the company's treating me well. I think an extension of that, staying loyal to a company, is like thinking about, oh, all the people I'm working with will have a harder time if I'm not there. Like, yes, there's that human element, but the company does not care.
Yeah.
And
100%.
like, I haven't seen them earn the loyalty. One over everything we see in this comment. You're a loyal. Problem is that loyalties are exploited, mostly financially.
Because if the company today found somebody better to do your job, they will replace you.
Or a tool or an agent.
Oh, yeah, it's not even a person anymore. Could be a tool and an AI agent that they could buy, and they will replace you. So
the best
loyalty, I think, shouldn't exist in today's corporate world as a word. Loyal. What is loyalty in terms of workplace?
For me, it's to the individuals. A quick extension of that thought. If we flip this around, like, I am Corporation Rob, and I choose to have a customer, whatever company I'm working with, and I might decide I need a better customer. In the same way, the company I'm working for might decide they need a different worker. And that helped me like pull apart my thoughts and feelings. Like, I'm loyal to people. Like, there's people I still talk to. It's about one per job, I've noticed. Like, I make one good friend or one good manager who I'll still talk to and chat with and consider working with them again. But it's to the individual, and it's not to the individual to the point where I will stay at a company for them.
Yeah.
Like, it's every person for themselves in that sense.
Yeah, it is.
I like this comment from Bob. You have to be loyal to yourself and dreams, family, goals.
I wonder if you have a very nice T-shirt with a nice little quote in front which says "Culture Commandos" in the back, something in the similar lines.
You think
it's okay? Are you going to go wear it? Damn, we're going to have some dress rehearsals, everybody. But like 100% agree, and like I don't want to miss this one comment from Anne, because I 100% relate to this. And I've done this, I've been burned because of this, but that's just who I am at work. My work personality has got me in trouble where you actually wore that T-shirt. So the T-shirt says, "Earn with grind, buy back time, spend it with your chosen kind." This was one of the 2 T-shirts that I made at Team 26. Gave one to Rob, kept one for myself. But like, yeah.
Oh, there's only 2 of these?
There are only 2 of these.
Oh, amazing. And it's got the
that,
logo.
Yeah, that has got the Culture Commander logo at the back. But yeah, that 100% I agree with you. Okay, so but let me bring you back to the poll. What do you think about the second one? Never saying no to your boss.
That one's interesting because like early on I learned like how to say no, and I don't know, like I learned through martial arts, the style I trained or where I trained had a lot of, it's called a what is it? The phrase just fell out of my head. Power distance. The power dynamic was such you wouldn't, you don't question the people in charge kind of thing. So I learned how to phrase things like, instead of saying, I think that's wrong, it's, oh, I've seen it done this other way. Could you help clarify?
Yeah.
Like learning ways to say no without saying like, no, you're wrong.
Yeah. 100%.
It's like, yeah, that I think I might have been told, but I had enough skill and I'd learned enough painful lessons in the martial arts on how to approach that and how to go to the boss and say like, okay, I see this is our direction, and here's some ways, challenges I can see, and here's solutions I have to those challenges. What do you think? Like that kind of verbal judo to move around it.
Sure.
I also don't know anymore how much that advice is being pushed around. At least in the our social circle at this point overlaps a bit with the Alaskan community. Within that and the people I talk to there, a lot of it is like being an admin. It's like, no, you say no to people all the time. Like, no, you can't have a custom field.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
not going to add this app.
True. It's part of the job.
So yeah, I can't tell how that works.
Like the reason I put that as an option, I'll tell you, because very early on in my career, somebody said this one sentence to me and it kind of got stuck in my head, which is, you never quit a company, you quit your boss. Whoever is your immediate supervisor, you could be in a shithole, but if your immediate supervisor is good and if you're learning from him, you'll probably stick around. So you never quit a company, you quit your immediate boss. And
Yep.
it was so true for years that I have worked with people. I've worked with not great teams, but with a great boss. So I stuck around. And I worked with great companies, but kind of, a boss who would encourage people taking his car for a wash. So I changed teams. I've done that. But yeah, so for me, like, I've always looked up, like growing up again in India, right? Like I was lucky to be part of teams where I had a lot of responsibilities very early in my career. Gave me a lot of perspective, lot of learnings. I worked with some really, really cool project managers. But what it also gave me was a fear that I wanted to continue doing this and not go back and do menial stuff that my peers were doing at that experience level. And I had bosses who would back me up. And I was very lucky. Some of these bosses have been amazing, some of these have been terrible. But over a period of time, yeah, I now can call them terrible. Yeah, I 100% hope our bosses not rewatch this.
I've had that experience, but with my skip level. I had a manager that was so bad.
Yeah.
Like 6 months of amazing toxic stress, but this person's boss
Sure.
was inspiring and helpful and supportive. And I realized, like, when that skip level left the organization, that was my, like, sign from the heavens, like, Rob, get out.
Yeah. I like what Galen says. He didn't change his company, he fired his boss and replaced him with a new employer. I think I'm gonna use that next time. Whenever I hear this scenario, you don't quit. You fire your boss and replace it with a new employer. Nice one.
Oh, I'm not saying someone should go do this, but like walk into your boss's office virtually or otherwise, like you're fired. And then quit.
or like Godfather style, write it on a piece of paper and just slide it across the table
while making eye contact.
There. Yes. And the funny thing, write it in Comic Sans font. The most unserious font ever. Or papyrus, maybe. Okay, next one. Which risky career move actually paid off? Picking up when you shouldn't have, leaving a safe company, switching completely career or roles. I know, Rob, you did that. Or starting something on the side. This is probably question just for you, because I think all four of you've done.
Definitely 3 and 4. One maybe didn't pay off at one point, speaking up and saying, like, hey, we were looking for a new leader for this team. Why do we go with this other person? They have none of the skill set that we said we needed. I should have made that that comment maybe privately instead of publicly.
Sure.
Leaving a safe company. I did that, like, when I moved to the Bay Area, it was to be with my now wife, and I had to quit the job I had up in Portland because they couldn't do remote. Like, and that was a safe company, great manager and all that. But I was like, no, I'm out.
I just wanted to say, when you said your wife, I wanted you to say the full sentence.
Oh, Emily H., my wife?
There you
okay. Yes, when I met Emily H., my wife, or moved in with Emily H., my wife, this is an inside joke for folks who don't know. I have another friend who happens to share the initials with the person I happen to be married with. So I have to distinguish which person I'm talking about. But yeah, I left that safe company, but to move forward with my life personally. So definitely done that. Speaking up when maybe I shouldn't have, learning the difference between what should be a public discussion and what should be a private discussion, or understanding the implications of making something public.
Sure.
That was an interesting one.
What about starting something on the side? Because I think the next episode also ties up into this, where you are building your own brand and you're starting something on your own, and like while you're still working. I mean, there's nothing wrong with just exploring the opportunities. What do you think about that?
Yeah. I highly recommend, if there's a passion, like I
Yeah.
started doing this independent content creation, whatever you want to call what I do, early. That's why most of my sessions are like at 6 or 6:30 a.m. And I need to start doing them a bit earlier because my kids are waking up earlier now. But like making it fit around my life, and then realizing I had the interest and drive to do it. Again, like
Sure.
I'm now getting up at 5:30 when I used to get up at 6:45 or whatever, because I'm like, oh, I need to go build something. I need to go talk to Sajid. I need to go brainstorm. I need to go edit. I need to make something happen. And like I had that spark. It happened to be through video content, but that side hustle was building because of that. And now it's something I love doing that gives me a lot more flexibility than being trapped in a box in an office.
Yes. I 100% agree on that one. So the last point I would definitely recommend. But then again, I think the keyword there, and I get asked about this a lot, specifically from my friends in APAC. So if you're listening, know this, what Rob said is the golden rule. If you're passionate about it, follow it. Don't follow it because Rob is good at it, or Rodney is good at it, or Alex is good at it, or somebody else is good at it. If you've got the passion for it, find what you like, find your tribe, and then do it with them.
100%. And
Right? No, so that's it. Yeah.
I'm going to say, and I'm going to extend that. And then just remember, like, our own priorities. We can dig more into this later in a big party thought. I can hear my kids right now, so I have to go help my partner. But like, get your priorities, what you are passionate about, and then you can make those mistakes and realize, oh, that's what I want to do. For me, the priority is like family, self, then everything else.
Yes.
And when one of those things pops up, I might be like, I want to stay and chat with Sujit, but I know I should not because I have another priority. So apologies, my friend. I'm going to have to jump off this. We should continue this.
Yes.
I love this discussion. What's coming out of chat.
We will. So we will, everybody, we will wind up early today, but we will have a follow-up session on this. Join us definitely next week, where we specifically talk about having a side career or building your personal brand. We'll be joined by Rishabh Jawar, who's one of the newer community leaders based out of India. First APAC guest on the podcast. I'm very excited. We'll see you all next weekend. Thanks, Rob. Go take care of your family, and we'll see you all next week.
Every week, they look at the tech and business world and turn let's take this offline into an episode. Updates, reviews, and the occasional interviews. Sounds smart? It's not. We just said it with conviction. A lot of smart people already do this. But these guys have a lot of opinions and barely any filters, which maybe should concern you or not. They seem nice. Anyway, this series comes from people who probably shouldn't be doing more streams, or at the very least, should have left some of their thoughts in a Slack thread, unread by everyone. And now, this is Rob and Sudge asking for trouble!